Oh, and now the trio's greatest hits are coming to a stage near you after their brilliant back catalogue inspired the new musical I Should Be So Lucky.
Give up the fight for you. Sorry, I had to finish it. After making his debut in Manchester last night, Pete Waterman's joined us in the studio. How'd it go?
Amazing. Oh. It's amazing. I mean, I take my hats off to the cast. I mean, the cast works so hard. I mean, you know.
Oh, they put a shift in.
I mean, you know, and it's constantly changing as you go along, and they've got to remember all that, and they've got to perform, not dance. They've got to be in the right marks. They've got all these things happening on stage.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then you've got to sing the songs on top of that.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, and of course, for Mike and I sitting there, we're remembering when we wrote these songs. You know, and you're seeing people perform them that you just never expected.
Yeah.
And in different ways.
Did you find it quite an emotional experience?
Oh, I cried.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And just thinking about the times gone by and stuff like that?
Yeah, because you write lyrics. When we were writing, say, the Sonia song,
yeah,
we couldn't have written that as a ballad. So now you see it slightly differently and you realise why you wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you go back to that moment that you did write that lyric and it's like, whoa. The singers are superb, so they get you as well as the audience, you know. So it's a new experience for you.
Just to go back then, when you were in that sweet spot and it was just like hit after hit after hit, do you have any idea about the legacy you were creating? Or was it just very much in the moment?
No, we had no idea. Honestly, no idea. Because if you remember, well, you wouldn't because you're not old enough, but journalists at the time were giving us grief about everything we were doing. I mean, we were hated by the record industry.
Why? Why were you hated?
Because we were writing pop songs. And they were trying to sell albums, and they thought what we were doing was like gimmick. People thought our music was gimmicks.
Really?
Yeah. The Americans said we don't. I remember going to America, and they said we don't do gimmick singles here.
Which is odd because now the idea of hooking up with a writing team,
now
if you're an artist, is seen as completely, it's a collaborative experience, and the artist goes in and works with a team. And
Dermot, that's exactly what today's music is all. What we were doing back in the 80s is exactly where we are now.
How did you write? Did you all, take a little part of the song, or did you take a song each? How did it work?
No, we always, we would start with an idea.
Yeah.
And then we would go away and write a set of lyrics, give them to Mike, and Mike would put it all together. And quite often, we wrote some of the Kylie songs with her in the studio, not seeing that we're still writing them. Matt and I are
Joking.
putting it all like this, and Mike's going... I mean, literally, Better Than Ever We Know, we had literally probably an hour before Kylie got to the studio, and literally we'd had a phone call saying that she was on her way to the studio, but the story had been leaked that she was having this thing with Michael Hutchins and she'd fallen out with Jason, and literally we just went, what are we in for now? Because Michael Hutchinson was the massive rock star.
Yeah, he was massive.
And we sort of said, it's Better the Devil You Know. And
Hello.
that'll do.
That is so good. And literally an hour before you had the song.
Yeah, well, we hadn't finished the song when she walked in. I think we had the chorus, But and that's one of the songs, of course, because at that point she's gone off being the young Kylie. She's now an adult Kylie.
Yeah.
So she's with Michael Hutchins. So she wants a slightly different sound.
Yeah.
And we just done Roadblock.
But the genius of the three of you, for me, is that you're always writing, the consistency is incredible, right? And the pop songs are unbelievable, but they always feel very suited to the artist. It's not like,
Oh, we didn't write these songs.
Right.
No, we never wrote the songs before. There were no songs that left over that we didn't record, or very little. I mean, because we wrote for the artist. That's why I'm never going to give you what works for Rick Astley, because he is that guy you can imagine would be hurt.
Yeah.
You can imagine that, he was our Dusty Springfield.
Yeah.
We wanted him to be the male guy, the person that got hurt.
Yeah.
So how did I Should Be So Lucky come about? How did that song actually work?
We had a club guy called Pit Stop, and his favourite saying for everything was, "You should be so lucky." So when she turned up, and I didn't know she turned up because I was at Granada doing The Hitman and Her, and they said, well, she's here to record. I said, she should be so lucky. Because it was Pit Stop's favourite saying. It was just, and Mike just picked it up like that and went, got it. leave with me. Off he went.
So with the musical, so firstly, what's the storyline in the musical? What?
It's about emotion. It's about a wedding that's not a wedding, and then it is a wedding, and then it's a wedding. Everybody gets married.
Right.
So it's really emotional. I mean, the thing that Debbie Izzet has done, she's captured the lyric of Stock Aitken Waterman, which everybody thinks because they were all poppets is quite flippant. They're not. They're quite deep.
Absolutely.
And what she's done is she's picked up that fact because other writers, which is why we've never done this before, didn't get the lyric. They didn't get the teenage angst and hurt and care. You know,
it's universal, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Through it.
And that's, you know, why our songs worked.
Yeah.
Young people, like Sammy Number One, they picked it up because they knew what it was about. They could never going to give you up. Everybody understood what the lyric was.
Right. Well, let's have a little sneaky peek at the musical. Let's take a look.
I mean, that has got
Well, you can
written all
imagine.
over it,
You can imagine what the theatre does when that comes on.
Yeah.
Right? They just go nuts.
Wow.
And the end is like that. And I won't spoil it for everybody, but there's the end and then there's an extra end.
So.
And that's when the audience take over from the cast.
And Kylie's actually in it. There's a digital moment with Kylie, isn't there?
Yeah, somebody said, is it like the ABBA one? I went, no, the ABBA one cost 150 million. Ours cost us 150 quid. It's about, you know. But it is brilliant. I have to tell you, it shocked me because I wasn't able to go to the recording, and the way that they do it is really brilliant.
Pete, how did you narrow down the track list for this?
Oh, we left that to Debbie and the producers.
Hard though, no?
Absolutely, and I think some of them might even change. But that's, you know, you can't be that critical.
Yeah.
No.
So you've got to say, well, you pick what you want, and let's have a look at them once you pick them.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, listen, best of luck with it. It sounds great. I Should Be So Lucky, the Stock Aitken Waterman musical. Tickets are on sale now, and it's going everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 27 weeks, and I'm going to one night in every theatre, so I'll pop up. Yeah, because I want to see the reaction all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.